The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good morning. How you doing? Let's have some fun today. Let's show you exactly how I got to million to billion. Let's give you the steps you've been missing. Let's correct all that mistakes out there going blah, blah, blah. I love that. Get the LLC, do this or that. Get your children to work here. They get the tax credit too. I've never seen so much stupidity in my life, especially about the one of LLC, and this is what rich and famous people do. I got to billionaire at 26. Let me tell you, I'm their coach for most millionaires and billionaires. Let's tell them the truth. That's why they nicknamed me the Godfather of Credit years ago on KNX Radio. Been advertising there for 48 years. Let's have some fun. This is live, and I cut to the chase, so please understand, don't take anything personally. All right, but I'm going to tell you the truth. The bottom line is I might have to drag you up the hill, too. I like goodies. You like goodies? I like Lamborghinis and Ferraris and yachts and money. Why? It pays the bills. You see, I'm sorry to say this, but bullshit doesn't put food on the table. It doesn't pay the bills. So I'm online 6 days a week. Got to play. Rags to riches? Well, that was me. I got born in a taxi and got used and abused as a kid, and it sucks. I wanted out of hell. So let's understand today. My journey, I was born in a taxi on the way to Guardian Hospital. She's a little kid having a baby. Didn't want me, stuck me in the garbage can. From there, 2 letters, one from the hospital, one from me. Then I got to be with Mrs. Hope, the she-devil from hell. Used and abused me too. So today, your journey begins with me. Because we got no excuses. From now on, you can't feel sorry for yourself and get boo-hoo-hoo. We're going to get you to the $1 million dream. Now, I got to fight the pain. I got to fight the monster inside. I want to scream. Well, it's one of my books coming out. Fighting the monsters within. The ultimate goals and learning how to play the game. And learning to win. See, you got a choice today. You get to play and you get to listen and learn. Get that tablet, get that pen. Let's write it again and again. Now you got to look behind the curtain. You see, every time you listen to somebody, your friends and family, it's amazing. You built your personal credit by listening to people around you. You got to do this and that. Sorry, you fall like ducks and sheep, and you didn't know all the rules and tools in the first place. And most of you, you're messing up even today. Look beyond that curtain and learn how to play. Now let's do this. Personal credit, simple. Can you take that tablet and pen I told you to get, and let's begin again and again? The top of write down today's date. Here's 2 cards in my hand, 50,000 apiece. Let's take every card in your personal wallet. We're going to write down safety credit. We're going to write down the rules and tools. You write down the limit of the card. You don't go past 29%, but you maintain that always, never past 29%. What would that give you on these 2 cards? $71,000 of safety credit. That way, what? When blank hits the fan, lost your job or pandemic, you got a backup for a backup. But here's the problem. That's your line of defense. And right now you've been going, I'm going to crash. 9 out of 10 people have bad credit or something shows up on the report doesn't belong to them anyway. So write down the rules and tools, please. You're going to maintain that 25-29% from now on all cards but 2. Next, we got to think about, I got a corporation, Ray. Oh, goody for you. I've never seen so much stupidity in my life. On the YouTube, the tickety-talk, and the Google. Get the LLC, get the S card, get the C cards. All right, let's do the Macarena. All right, you got to do this because this is what rich and famous people do and tie all this up. Talk about stupid. You see, a corporation is on the Secretary of State's website. If you tie a bunch of corporations or LLCs and crap, they see you, no matter what you do, you're still a friggin' duck. You see, here's the thing. Corporations don't pay tax till they're profitable. Yeah, there's between SS and SS4. So we got to tell you the truth. It's not about tax. It's learning how to play the game. Now me, I'm Ray Reynolds, the Godfather of Credit. I invented the division process. That's right, division process in 85, 86. Corporation. The bank has branch numbers. They bankrupt locations. They get a tax credit. And you go home and go, boo-hoo. A division is filed privately and not in everybody's face. So if a corporation's managing entities called divisions, something goes wrong, I get to do the 3-step. Disconnect, isolate, incorporate, what I did for me. See, maybe today you can change your life just a little bit. Why don't we repackage the whole thing? See, I think what you're doing is wrong in most things. Sorry. Just understand, I'm going to tell you the truth. How I got to million to billion corporate structure. Time I was 26. I bought my first Lamborghini at 14 and a half. Why didn't you? You see, the bottom line is putting all your ducks in a row. All the grown-ups said that when I was a kid. So I'd give them a solution for their blah, blah, blah. That's a corp in 3 divisions and never bringing the pain home. There you go. Simple. So I came up with a foolproof program. No matter what you do, you can't even screw it up. All right, if you do it my way. So maybe you'll pay attention today. Now, here's some people that use the hands-on program with me. You ever recognize Arnold? Oh, how about Dr. Lucky from Fiji Islands in the hospital we built years ago, saving kids from dying of gum disease? How about Superman at Gold's Gym? How about College Professor? How about homeless people? How about Giovanni, $1,000,006? Oh, little Karen getting properties in Long Beach too. And here she's got her little videos on YouTube. Already 1.2 and 9 million. Wow! You see, they listen better than most of you, sorry to say. How about people coming out of prison? Homeless people too. Here's Free Ray, Ricky Dicky Ross. I get him golds and platinum cards. He picks up to $3 million friggin' dollars and more. Got his wife credit, all the people around him too. Ultimate goal right now, he doesn't like me. Oh, well, what can I say? I don't like him anyway. So the bottom line is I'm not here to like people, I'm here to build them up. You see, 26 years in prison, that was Thomas. In 8 months, what did I get him? His first brand new dump truck. That's the business he does for millions of dollars a year. You today, you can listen and learn. But I want to ask you a question today. Here's 10 new millionaires. I build people, personal, business, life, and divisions into millionaires. If that's what you want, pay attention. If you don't, go away. See, basically what happens is in the millionaires. Now, I did get basically 6 people that I popped 25,000 of credit the other day. And I did about $1 million this morning too. Let's understand. It's pretty simple. What's the difference? Well, the millionaires listened and they did what I told them to do. I told them, don't think, just do it. They completed the project list I gave them, step by step. You see, everything's rules and tools with me. The other ones, they did a diddly, they didn't, what can I say? Sorry, half-assed job. Did a little bit. They didn't do all the pieces, and they just went through the motions every day, the lack of belief in themselves and what they're trying to do. So let's understand today. Here's your biggest problem. You are your biggest problem. Why? It's a lack of knowledge. You got an SSN, SS4. You didn't bother to learn the rules and tools. Sorry, you fall like a bunch of sheep and ducks. So let's understand, we get one SSN. Now, before Nixon took the gold standard out in 71, Roosevelt, our president, confiscated all the gold. And then they used to call it Fort Knox. No one's allowed to have gold. There's a certain limit. Then Nixon took the gold standard out. What does that matter to you? You didn't pay attention. See, before Nixon took the gold standard out, you got your Social Security card at 14 to 16 years old. When Nixon took the gold standard out, every woman at the hospital within 2 hours of having a baby had to sign the SSN. There's the difference. You see, you didn't pay attention to the rules and tools. You see, they bond us up to 35 million apiece, and they get to print more money and argue about being children, about the deficit and all the BS they're talking about this week too. So guess what? We the people, fantastic, we the people. Every SSN is to track us by the 1040 tax return. So they can follow the tax, probate when we're dead, and reach in the grave and take that too. That's how it works. Your problem is you didn't understand the SS4. And the bottom line is you got to learn that some more. So y'all go to tax ID, Ray. You didn't learn diddly crap. I get tired of stupid people saying what they got. You got to understand how it works. You can't follow like sheep and listen to what people say to do. You got to understand how it works. So you look at a bank and a grocery store in the city. They bankrupt cities or locations. Those are tax IDs. If we take the time to master the 26 ways use an SS4, 26 ways. Line 1 right in front of you says legal name of entity. Do you see that? Bank, grocery store, city. Okay. Then it says or individual person. Are you a person? So the bottom line is if I put your name there, I can set up another credit file for you. As an affiliate, I'm allowed to set up credit reports, Experian, TransUnion, and Equifax. So let's understand, SSN equals 1040 tax return, SS4 equals 1120 tax return, and known as the tax ID. By the way, you never had to use your and bring the pain home. Sorry. You see, the whole world, or United States of America, they don't understand the rules. They didn't bother to pay attention. That's why 9 out of 10 people usually have shitty credits. They don't know how to play. But again, here you go. So let's write down irs.gov. Write it down. Why don't we file that 1244? It's called a single filing and never pay tax again. Is that okay with you? So the bottom line is the lack of knowledge is why people do stupid things. The bottom line is you got to learn to play. Now here's the United States of America Incorporated. 50 corporations called states. States get corporations called cities. They invented Chapter 9 bankruptcy into the Federal Protection Act in case blank hits the fan. They get the bank if the dead stay in business in front of you. And that's what they got to do. So let's understand today. It's pretty simple. We, the people, and the corporation's a legal person. Bottom line is you got to stop bringing the pain home because you never had to do that in the first place. So why did I create the division process? I didn't want to be stupid like the whole world was. I'm one of the few, I'm not one of the damn many. Well, I have to be one of them. And so the bottom line is that's why I started the division process. Invented that too. And I wanted a second chance in case I screwed up as well. Why would anybody bring the damn pain home when they never had to? As smart as people are, they're just doing stupid things. By the way, you're going to need 9 divisions of you. Why? Because I said so. Write down division of you. Let me show you something today. Okay, here's that SS4 again, line 1. Legal name of entity or individual person. You see it right there? Now, if I take your name and put you in a line 1, I'm going to start a credit file for you, tax ID, Experian, Transjoint, Equifax, within minutes. I'm not going to waste 3 years trying to figure it out like you did, because that makes no sense. You're still doing it wrong anyway. So there's a corporation, a division, a subsidiary under the corporate umbrella. So let's think today. I like Lamborghinis. I bought my first one when I was 14 and a half years old. Why didn't you get one? I was driving to Orange Coast College, having fun. See, here's the Lamborghini, one of the part of the collection. It's worth $1 million. By the way, here's the key. You know what's really weird? It's $6,800 a month. See, if I guarantee the Lamborghini and I can't pay it, the creditor takes it away, boo-hoo-hoo, and then they report me to the IRS as a 1099-C. Now I got an IRS problem and a creditor problem. Well, I'm not stupid. I got an IQ of 203. So let's see what we get to do. You buy it through the corp, they sue the corp, they sue you. It's still a duck and a sheep. What did I do? I bought it through a division of a corporation. I guaranteed it. All right, remember I showed you SSN versus SS4? I guaranteed it SS4, a division of me. See, if I can't pay for it, it's simple. I get to do the 3-step that I invented. 3 steps. Can you write it down? Disconnect, isolate, incorporate. I can put it aside, try to save it up to 6 months, can't save it. I'm going to bankrupt the hell out of it, maintain the corp and all my other pieces. Your banks and grocery stores and cities do this in your face. If at the time you learn to play, oh, that's like the building. If you sign a lease of a building through the corporation, I just think that's stupid. When you guaranteed as a person SSN, I think that's double stupid. Double dum-dum. If we buy and lease the building through the division and a division of you, if anything goes wrong, we can disconnect, isolate, into bankrupt too. We get to play. You see, business is a game. That's why I wrote the book called Winning the Game of Business years ago. House. Now, here's the truth. All these ding-dongs giving their opinion about tax and rich and famous and blah, 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 crappa. Bottom line is simple. You don't pay tax on a corporation until you're profitable. That's how Amazon doesn't pay tax on $2 trillion. All right, Bezos, Musk, whatever you want to say, they know how to play the game. SS4, tax. When we what? Make a profit. If we raise the bar, have lines of credit above what we bring in, seems to be no tax return needs to be paid. And the next thing we get to do is on credit. See, here's your problem. You thought about taking money from your family to start a business. I'll give that to you for personal to start it. But to use your personal credit or house to build a business, that's called stupid. You see, I get to build you cash credit to a corporation in divisions. I'm an affiliate, 119 creditors. So if I get you a business American Express up to 100,000 to $1 million, you have to understand under the Fair Lending Act, you're entitled to 99 more. 99 more. So how I got the Lamborghini is pretty simple. Division process. Something goes wrong, what am I going to do? Disconnect, isolate, incorporate. Then I'm going to replace myself again with an SS4. Why would I ever want to bring the pain home being stupid? Okay, I'm not stupid. You're not stupid. Why would you do something stupid? Okay, why be stressed? Maintain a 750 forever. That's the only way to do it, right? So guarantee me, a credit card, house, or franchise, what is our goal? Never bring the damn pain home. There's your goal, but it's simple. We're going to build a corporate umbrella. Got that? Write it down. Corporate umbrella. I'm going to want you to write those and draw those 3 boxes in a corp, or as many times as you can. Now today, if you have a corporation, oh goody for you. You spent thousands of dollars, you didn't learn diddly squat. And the problem is your corporation has your home address on it. And I call that stupid. I want you to go to basically SOS, Secretary of State, Google your corporation today and find out if you actually used your home address. If you did, I want you to change it. That's how you're on the national mailing list. You should have never done that in the first place. You use a mailbox, etc. instead. Next, we have to learn to play to put our ducks in a row. Now, a corporation is sued. They sue you. You became a duck. Quack, quack, quack. It kind of sucks. What do you think? But again, a division equals a line of defense. So if we do this my way, they're probably kind of like privately filed on anybody's face. But again, 2 per item as you play. Keep in mind when the corporation is sued, if it is, the reality is they want to name you. So that management company manages division process. Something goes wrong, you're not a duck. From there, every division, every corporation, we're going to build at 100,000 plus. Is that okay? I get you $1 million of credit. Is that okay? Let me know. See, here's the problem. When you use personal credit, you can't write up diddly squat. You jacked it up, you dropped the score, and can't get any more. That's called stupid. All right, when you start a business, nobody's that stupid. When you use corporate credit, you get to write off the interest in the credit card and the line of credit because it's SS4 versus SSN. Maybe someday you'll get this straight. You understand the play? Personal credit, not a write-off. Corporate credit is. Now let's write down credit loan money. See, I like to teach people how to make millions of dollars and get a cash flow and free up their time the rest of their life. It's in my book, page 6, 45 years ago. So if I take a corporate card above 10,000, usually it didn't show up on personal reports. Let's say I take a Wells Fargo 100,000 and I put that in the bank. I reference it 3, I times 5, and they give me a line of credit of $1.5 million. I buy a franchise, I buy an apartment complex. I don't have to manage it, there's management companies. The reality is now I have cash flow for the corporation for the rest of its life. Corporations live forever. There's your next generation. There's your legacy, financial freedom. Here's a $100 million building across the street from South Coast Plaza Mall. Here's a $1 million Lamborghini, a $5 million mansion. One of the ones I obtained. Here's a $1 million race boat. What they have in common? I got my name. I obtained those. Why didn't you? You see, that first 100,000 is the key. You got to get that to the 100,000 to the million. How bad you want it? It's going to be up to you. You have one source that'll hold your hand. All right, sing kumbaya 6 days a week with no excuses. The only excuse is you. There's no excuse anymore, too. So the bottom line is, here is like goodies. Which you like, the mansions or the buildings or the cars? I like making millionaires every day. Would you like to be next? Let me add you to my credit system like I showed Ken Yarbrough and taught him years ago too. From there, and get you up to the $1 million. That's just one of the 5 million mansions. We get to play. So let's understand. I'll show you real goodies. I'll show you how to get the American dream. And I'll show you exactly what I need to do is analyze you. See, all the BS in the world, I can get you in 7, 15, 90 working days, but I can fine tune it faster and quicker, picker upper. If you basically let me analyze your spirit, Equifax, TransUnion. And then I'll explain this to you on 1:30, all right, on a Saturday, live, and I call your case number. And that's important. So as we do this, understand something. All right, I'm going to show you exactly what I expect you to do. And I'm going to do most of the work for you anyway. So what's your goal? Simple. The first thing I'd ask you if after I watch your goal, all right, how many days are left of the year? See, your problem is you're not getting ready to win. You're going through the motions, and that's why you keep losing or maintaining life the way you do today. You didn't do anything last week, next or this week or next week until you do something new. Again, how many days are left of the year? Figure it out. From there, I'm online 6 days a week live. I have no excuses, and after you met me, neither do you. So I got this 3-day boot camp coming up next weekend, 26th, 27th, 28th. We're going to be teaching people how to reach the dream and to reach the goals. The bottom line is, we're going to go through the Millionaires Founders Kit that I wrote years ago, sold at the Bonaventure for 32 years, 5,000 a set. We're going to go through the real estate system, how we got millions and millions of dollars in real estate as well. Financial system, become the bank in buckets of money. The office sells it for $3,000 today. Through me, if it was Zelle during this broadcast, it's $1,000. And you get the 18 books and CDs for free. It's only if it's during the webinar with me. Take a picture of Zelle today. Ray Reynolds recipient, ray@raisecredit.com. From here to Ray Reynolds University, after you get through level 1, 2, 3 specialties in a boot camp, I'm going to give you a Q&A test. I'm going to certify you to become an affiliate. All right, one of my affiliates working in conjunction with me. Ultimate goal as well. But you got to pass the Q&A test. From there, if you haven't got into the video conferencing, I do one every Saturday at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So you can join or extend your time for the 3 months more if you want to get into video conferencing. And if you did that, you get all the workshops for the rest of the year for free. Next, here's one called a roundtable. I'm starting a roundtable every Friday with only 10 people. Okay, because I want to start from 9:30 to 11 o'clock. We're going to do hands-on projects, daisy chain, funding pool, subdivisions, all workshops for the rest of the year are yours if you were in the roundtable. Now that can be in person or online through video conference. As we play the game, keep in mind, all right, I want you to do yourself a favor. The biggest problem you have in this world is you. I'd like you to look in the mirror today. I'd like you to stare at yourself for 5 minutes. And I want you to question yourself and why you haven't got the $1 million dream. See, your first million, nothing's being done. You have to realize there needs to be a list. Okay? And then you got to get aggressive in what you're trying to do. So let's see. Do you have the repo list? Do not take a picture of this. You write it down. It's that simple. I already told you that. Do you have the repo list of cars? Comes out every Monday. Boats, houses, apartment complex, duplex. Do you have the probate list? Do you have the divorce list that comes out? Are you ready to do wholesale and broker products, supply and vendor credit, and supply on that and basically not even pay for it and just make a commission on it? Okay? You see, there's 4 types of credit to obtain through a corporation. We have cash credit to the corp and the divisions. We have checkbook money corp and divisions, and we have supply and vendor credit. Each one of those entities should be $1 million of credit. 1 million. That way it's $4 million of credit minimum. Again, never, never, never stop pushing forward. Because when you're done, you look back, you got a $10 million company. The biggest problem I always say is you. The problem is you. Don't think, just get off your ass and go do. But it's up to you. You see, you can also do basically an expo, franchise, and hedge funds. There are so many ways you can make money, and the problem is you keep holding yourself back. That's why you're going to need the round table. It's that simple. From there, I like goodies. Don't you like goodies? How many goodies would you like? God's gift in the harbor and the race boats in the backyard? Why not? Lamborghinis and buildings, pay tax, buy a Lamborghini, yachts, Harley Davidsons, Cadillacs too, Duffys, helicopters, buildings, and Lamborghinis. Oh, goody. See, I accomplished every goal I had in my life. The next goal is getting in front of 10 million people at a time. You see, there's me. Every time I hear white men don't jump, what the hell are you talking about? Not only do I hold the record on this Earth planet since '81, I also hold the record for the fastest damn kick on the planet too. I kicked the door jam at 10 than the basketball hoop. I got no excuses. I kicked at the lights at night. No matter where you come from, you can accomplish every goal. I don't hear no. When I hear no, I go around the no and I find a yes. See, you got to stop bringing the pain home. Stop it. The lack of knowledge is the stupidity of man or woman. You're not stupid. Why would you do something stupid? I don't get it. I know the #1 coach in the world for 33 years, certified by the NACB. I see him in the mirror every time I see myself. You got a choice today. 1,000 steps to millionaire. You can't even screw it up as long as you follow through. Being a certified CFO. My legacy, Ray Reynolds University, 10 billion. Simple. So I want to give you back your credit through the personal business credit and the programs we play with today. So maybe 100% to times 10. We refund you through the personal business credit. So I want to take away your excuses. Draw the diagram in front of you, please. This diagram, corporation divisions. Your banks have branch numbers and they bankrupt locations. They get a tax credit and write it all off. You go home and go boo-hoo-hoo and feel sorry for yourself, and that's not what to do. All right, didn't matter if it's Sam's Club, Geico, cities. The ability to listen and learn. What is our goal? Never bring the pain home. Stop bringing the pain home. Be a certified CFO. Program our brains into millionaire status. Use my blueprint I started at 9.5 years old. I call my blueprint, see it, believe it, go get it. It's that simple as you play the game. So today I want to give you 5 steps to start with. Is that okay? All right, stop, all right, treading water and playing it safe. Your goal is very simple. I want you to understand something today. #1, we're going to get you a 750 credit score if you do what you're told to do. #2, we're going to get you corporations with credit and divisions. The credit we want to get is up to 1 million. Okay, cash. We want checkbook money up to 1 million. We want basically $1 million of supply and vendor credit, known as OPM. These are things you need to understand. If you do what I tell you to do, you'll obtain. You need these things. The goal is to repackage every one of you. When we look at a corporation, it's got to be a management company so you can stop bringing the pain home. Put your ducks in a row and let me repackage you my way. That way it works. I got a TV show coming up next year. That's why the 6 days a week are stopping this year after the end of this year, because the TV show is going to take over. I have almost 400 people going to be on the show so far. So the goal is simple. I like helping rich and famous people, homeless people, people coming out of prison. What happens to most of you, you sit at the kitchen table. You basically sit, honey, we're going to start a business. And then it sounds great. And then all of a sudden you guys question each other and go, what if something goes wrong? We don't lose the house, the cars, the credit cards, and the kids. Well, bottom line, what are we going to do? And what happens is you hawk your credit cards, you jack it up, you get stuck, you can't write out diddly squat. And I don't understand, that's called stupid. Start personal credit to start a business, yes, but to run it, hell no. That's why there's cash credit that I build you. You don't want to be a duck. But again, the goal is not to bring the pain home. Write down today's date. Let's set you up. Let's set you up for goals and the pattern you need to do. Today's date. Let's project 90 working days. Let's go see it, believe it, go get it. Let's take away excuses. I wrote Winning the Game of Business 45 years ago. From there, I sold it at the Bonavitcher for 32 years. 5,000 a set. The real estate system, financial system too. Today, I give it to you for free, as long as you sell me $1,000 during the program. And that's it, simple. Starting a business, running a business, hey, it's not easy. Especially the people around you. Some of them are going to push off the cliff and not catch you. You might fall off and die. See, me, it's simple. I get up every day at 2:25. I have since I was basically 2.5 years old, on a mission, ready to go. Ultimate goal, I drop to my knees and say, thank you, Jesus, for another day. Then I go look in the mirror and do a mirror test. I mean, I didn't get a family. I saw in Father's Knows Best, the Cosby Show. That's all I got. So the bottom line is being used and abused kind of sucks. I put myself in check. You need to do something like that today too, and quit listening to your friends and family. Because what do? They cloud your direction. So let's show you July 4, 2009. I got 3 yachts in the backyard, got a 2.6 billion corporate structure. I'm helping people 6 days a week. My wife wants to take a group of people on one of the yachts. Why not? There I am, dead the next day. I'm in a different place, but I hear what's going on in the room. Tax attorney tricks my wife to sign a POA. From there, the nurse asked my wife if I was a donor. Jesus gave me a choice to stay in peace or go back. I said, go back. So I want you to understand, take away your excuses. Moved 24 times, I'm 11 and a half years old, and shot twice, knifed 6 times. I got no excuses, neither do you. That's why it's called see it, believe it, go get it. No more excuses, no more feeling sorry for yourself. Jesus is not a drive-through. One of my books coming up this year, being a Christian's a way of life, not a moment in time. So let's see how to get you past go. Show you some Lamborghinis, some Duffys, some mansions. Simple. All right, how white men do jump and stupid people say we don't. Next thing from here is more Lamborghinis, race boats in the backyard, helicopters, U-Docks, yachts, and some Ferraris. You see, I show you the goodies that I obtained, some of them called Ray's Rules. You see the blueprint, see it, believe it, go get it. You need to master that too. Credit repairs are fraud. There's no magic wand. It's simple. They write stupid letters to the credit bureaus and say, not mine, not late. They also, the Federal Trade Commission says it's against the law to collect money up front. Do your homework. Why don't you write down section 611 today? You see, if you want your credit score to a 750, you can't rip off your creditor. You got to man up and woman up and be responsible. From there, there's only 3 things to get a 750. It's simple. You negotiate open collection account, all cards at 25-29%, but 2 in a wrapper refresh. Now you got a 750. You can sit there going beep, beep all day long, or you can be a CFO for corporate divisions, or both. But again, I call it the KISS method. Keep it simple, stupid. So let's understand first steps 25 today. Very simple. What I want to do is you get your Credit Karma. It's free. They're not going to talk to you anyway. And then I'd like to turn around and analyze your credit. The Aspirian, the Trangio, and Equifax. I would like to show you exactly what it takes, RT to the 750, and do most of the work for you too. From here, here's the problem. Again, you follow like ducks and sheep. You didn't dissect and understand like the application for Social Security card. Where it says line 1, legal name of entity, legal name at birth other than above, SSN equals 1040 tax return. You look at your Social Security card today, and it'll say do not laminate, don't carry with you. And usually it says don't use for ID purposes. But it always says Property and Social Administration, not you. That's IRS, by the way. So we get an SSN to track our income until we're dead. From there, and then it creates a 1040 tax return. Next thing we have to understand is when we got our first paycheck years ago, we thought we were being ripped off by the creditor, the company we work for. And someone pointed out to you that the IRS gets their cut. We get the leftover. So we have to understand we're all ducks and sheep because we have to pay attention that a corporation's a legal person and we the people. Filing a single corporation, one single filing, call it S Corp. And what does that do? Almost never pays tax. And it's the IRS rules under 1244. One SSN, a bunch of ducks and sheep. One SS4 for the corporation. They sue the corp, they sue me. What are we supposed to do? Well, simple. I invented division process. Divisions are filed privately in most areas. So the reality is, guess what? You're going to create a division of you in multiple times, and you're not going to bring the pain home ever again. Simple. So I got to repackage you in the SSN now, so you can be a good CFO for the corp and the divisions. But at the same time, I want you to get an SS4. I want you to master that too. So that way you can basically choose wisely, be a double CFO, and put your ducks in a row under the same corporate umbrella. There you go. There's that application again, and left side, it says SS5. That's IRS. Let's compare it to SS4. Line 1 says legal name of entity or individual person. Banks, grocery stores, and cities. Your name can go on line 1. Creating cash credit reports, Experian, Trendro, and Equifax for you. The form even says banking and credit purposes. And you can apply for one for every entity. Again, another chance to try. Corporations should only do 4 things anyway. Buffer tax. No taxes due to your profitable. Corporate credit. The only credit that can be written off in the first place, tax ID. Fleet price and car, all right, hotel, buffet. Very simple to do. Divisions give us the base of the line of defense. If you screwed up a division, go get another one. They're cheap. Multiple functions, buy at wholesale price. From there, multiple credit reports. We do real estate, we can do a flippity dippity do, and we never bring the pain home. You see, that's called the line of defense. All right, as we look at the corporation. A corporation, let's understand, let's do this again. We, the people, corporate's a legal person. SSN, tax, probate till we're dead, can't write up dilly squat, drop the score, can't get any more, can't write off nothing. Here's an SS4, can literally get credit reports, and debt follows SS4 as much as it does SSN. Here we can write up everything we're trying to do and build a credit report. If we screwed up a division, we can go get another one, another life. You can't do that for you. I will guarantee everything I say I do. As long as you go to the classes and you do exactly what I tell you to do and you follow through, you're part of the program. The goal is not to violate the program. It means do not apply for credit. Do not jack up a bunch of cards. All right, if you do, I got to charge you a fee or close your case. You see, if you've got a collection problem, negotiate the damn thing. Past can't chase future. You have an IRS problem? IRS.gov 656 433 A and B. Solve that problem too. Step 3. As we play today, there's those goodies. So if you allow me to analyze your credit, add history, tear apart your credit reports to a rapid refresh, you go to class on Saturday, we will obtain a 750 score, and I will actually give you a $1,000 card back to you because I'm charging you $9.99. There you go. From there, during this broadcast, I'll discount it to $4.99. Only during the broadcast. The card becomes $500. As long as that is Zelle, and Zelle. Now. From here, if you want to refer people, please do. I'll build you more credit, or on top of that, I'll sell you back 10%. Just make sure your person that refers names your name when they sign up. If not, they blew it for you. If you want to email me the name and phone number, I'll call them personally right away. And what's going to happen is literally, I'll give them the 18 books and CDs that they sign up to you. Extra bonus. Now let's call 888-567-8688. Let's opt out for 5 years. You're on the national mailing list. You did it to yourself. Next, we got to think about planning the problem. You allowed someone to rip you off, friend and family member. You spent thousands, some didn't work. Safety credit again, stick you in the card. Limit, maintain 25% always, never pass 29%. And what do we do with this 100,000? 71,000 of safety. That's a line of defense. Simple. All dashboards say 0 to 29. 30 is yellow, 50 is red. So the sticky will hold you and give you the discipline you've been lacking all along anyway. And then the next thing, unfortunately, you're going to say, Ray, I got an emergency. Sorry, I'm going to say knock off the garbage. See, the problem is this, it's you. These cards, if you jack them up, you get stuck. You can't write up dilly squat, okay? And now your score's dropped, you can't get any more. If you understand there are 2 cards on the planet Earth that allow you to max them out up to $1 million and basically a paid overtime limit too, as long as you maintain the payment, you never bring your score down. These 2 cards never let your credit fluctuate, as long as you maintain the payment. So no more excuses. Lose a job, have an emergency, what do? You run out of time, you run out of money, and then you jack up your cards and feel sorry for yourself. And then you tell all your friends and play boo-hoo-hoo. Today, if you needed $5,000 now, what would you do? Go ask your friends, your family, the bank. They're going to say no. The average person wastes $50 every other day. That's what the payment is on this card in my hand. It's called a safety credit card. From there, we have 140 a week that they say we piss away. That's 600 a month. If I take 50,000 off a corporate credit card, the payment is 612.26. I get to buy 2 pizza pizzas during a pandemic and have no more excuses, using some common sense. Ultimate goal. There's white men jump again. Only stupid people say we don't. Nixon took that gold standard out. Now I need you to write down Ray's rules. So understand, 2 cards, 100,000, 29%. 71,000 safety credit case, blankets to fan, lost a job, or pandemic. Now what do? We can use personal credit to start a business. All right, but to jack it up to run the business, that's called stupid. We use corporate credit. We drive in trading credit card. Something goes wrong, we get rid of a division and not the corp in our family. Got it? So understand, here's your cake you needed too. All right, Ray's rules, step number 7 today. All right, become a certified CFO. Never bring the pain home. Simple to do. From here, there I am dead. Would have been nice. I could have shook, set up and go boo, H1N1, but I got to come back and help you. Once you Google the address today, you find that I'm telling you the truth. From there, 5.5, I was crippled for life. Jesus said, get up, I got up. Last comb, I got to die, come back and help you. See, I think the devil's trying to knock us down and hold us back. But God's delays aren't God's denials. Let's focus on chapter 18 here. It says a corporation's a legal person. It may sue or be sued. I heard that when I was 7.5 years old. I went to the library next to the Torrance Police Department the next day. I asked the woman, what does this mean? She walked away rudely. Came back and said, here's a microfiche, here's a book. I read the book. All right, there was no blueprint. By the way, I'm your blueprint. Pay attention. The lack of knowledge is what makes people do stupid things. I'm the founder of Helping Hand Industries. I started that at 9.5. I got 100,000 in the mail credits. I got named in the movie Dave. I got no excuses. Corporations, divisions get cash credit. I even built it for my cat to prove my point. Inc. magazine interviews me at the Bonaventure, and I say use cash flow, free up your time. I'd like you to have 9 divisions today. Build a corporate umbrella and never look back and have $10 million of credit. So a tax ID allows me to set up credit reports for you, Experian, Trendo, and Equifax. Building the cash credit, lining you up for checkbook money. There you go. If you say you want $1 million, it'll take 9 divisions. If you say you want 5 million, it's 41. Ultimate goal. As you play, I like to make your money making machine. So let's pretend you're listening. You're going to do what I tell you to do. Have a corp, no corp, doesn't matter. I get you a gold card up to 100,000. What's the next thing is? Would you like 9 sisters? There's your first million. No excuse. From there, a piece of property or franchise. Each entity. One gets bad, we disconnect, isolate, incorporate, and give her the piece and save the other piece and go set up another one. Oh, now we're talking about cities, banks, and grocery stores, right? So again, you get to learn to play if you want to, and a franchise for every one of those too. I invented division process. I invented it in 85, 86. So if I get you credit, why don't you loan out some money? It's on page 6, 45 years ago. It's called cash flow free up your time. You can enhance your paycheck or replace it as you play. So if you want a line of credit today, very simple. Add it to a package you get into today. All right, it's usually 100,000 is $1 million, basically 10,000. 50,000 is 5. 25,000 is 2,500. Again, today you get a 60% discount if it was done during the webinar with me. It is that simple. If not, call the office, pay the full price so they make their commission too. I like goodies again and again and again. Please check out your corporation today. I pray you didn't use your home address. When they sue the corp, I'm sorry they sue you. You became the duck, but sucks. You should have a division, which is a line of defense, privately filed in the first place. Divisions are simple. I set up the tax ID, I set up the credit reports. I had 2,000 of history. I charge you $4.99 each division. The office charges $9.99 for each division. From here, if you want basically up to 9 divisions today, if it was Zelle to Ray Reynolds recipient, ray@rayscredit.com, you'll get 9 divisions for almost $100 a piece, or 18 for $16.99. Ultimate goal, the goal should be 1 million of cash credit cards and 5 million of checkbook money. Then you want to get 100,000 to 1 million of OPM. That's supply and vendor credit through Dun & Bradstreet. So you want to make sure we get up to that $5 million. So today, there's only 10 great creditors to pick from. And I would tell you, basically, if I get you a green card up to 100,000 and ask you the question, would you like 9 more? The Bank of America, 9 more. Wells Fargo, 9 more. Ink card, 9 more. All right, gold card, 9 more. If we obtain that, basically it's up to 5 million, not counting the other 5 cards. From there, we haven't even talked about checkbook money. Go online today, you'll see where it says unsecured, up to 150, as long as you have a 2-year corporation. There you go, the ultimate goal. So if we do this at the banks, we get some checkbook money, we can obtain that as well, up to $5.4 million. So understand it takes corp in 3 divisions minimum as you play the game. If you don't have a 2-year corp, let me know. The office sells them for $9.99. You can refile it any state you want to. If you want one today through me, I discounted to $2.99 during the broadcast. All right, just salesperson's $9.99. Haven't had a paycheck for 30 years. So you got a choice today. It's all Zelle. Ultimate Go. I got 8 classes on Saturday, specialty. And this one starts at 8 o'clock in the morning. It's called tax balancing. And I charge $9.99 for 90 days, or $4.99 per class. This has to stop. This crazy stuff, knowing we have 2 cards that help us not fluctuate our credit score ever again, up to $1 million. Every application for cash credit requires a certified CFO. If you ever want me to build you a gold or platinum card and build that up for that structure in a corporation division or you, I charge $99 per card. $9.99. Let me know if you did one of those today. You'll actually get the 18 books and CDs for free. It is a Zelle. Or if you have a problem, you want to basically email me, place in an order, there's my email address. You'll get the same price, and when I email or call you right away. Simple to do. Now, when you use personal credit to start a business, I understand that. Using it to run a business is stupid. You jacked it up, got stuck, can't get any more. That makes no sense. When we start building cash credit, borrowing is not taxable, so therefore you write it all off. If something goes wrong, it's a division, not the corporation. You don't bring the pain home, ever. So there's your Ray's rules. There it is, very simple. Have your cake and eat it too. Become a certified CFO as we play the game. Give you a check for $1 million, what do? Sorry, you put it in your personal account. I would have told you put it in the corporation. Absorb the money, pay all the bills first, pay tax on the leftover. No leftover, doesn't seem to be any tax. You see, your goal is to understand the United States of America Incorporated. 50 corporations called states corporations called cities. They planned the problem. They even invented a Chapter 9 bankruptcy into the Federal Protection Act. So understand, you have the same rights too, as long as you have no intent to do fraud. Ultimate goal. From here, Google bankruptcy today, please. I'd like you to see where it says SSN or SS4. Who wants to be the duck the next time something goes wrong in your life? You, your family, your corporate division, or subsidiary. Let me add you to my system. I can build you up to $1 million, as long as you're following the rules and tools and following along. Again, you got to go to class on Saturday and not following your what? Ultimate goal. What happens when these people get a corporation before they met me? They tend to spend thousands for a piece of paper that's free. I found that out at 9.5 years old. And they usually don't learn diddly squat. So today I want to show you in California, I wiped out the fee to June of this year. You never had to be a duck or a sheep, sorry to say. You see, here's the starter package today. Credit Rebuilt, Rapid Score, Articles also Tax ID free if you don't have them. All right, I'll give them to you for free. Setup level 1. every Wednesday and Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. 5,000 of credit back to you, discounting this to $9.99, $1,000. And now you get 5 times your money back with no excuses. And I'm your coach for 90 days. Ultimate goal from here is very simple. Million in the making, normally 5,000. You get 25,000 of credit. Discounting it today to $24.99. You get 5 times your money back. No, you get 10 times now. You get 25,000 of credit. So that's during the broadcast, and then your workshops are up to 180 days, 6 months, the rest of the year for level 1 in setup, and we expedite everything for you. So again, if it's Zell during the broadcast with me, you get those extra bonuses too. Beat your doubt, run your race, get out of my way while I rebuild you. Please change your driver's license, all right, and make sure you do a P.O. box or mailing address too. Getting past go. See, God's gift. All right, mansions, yachts in the backyard, race boats. So helicopters, U-Docks. There's that driver's license. Change it, please. More privacy. But that's up to you too. You're the grown-up. Now we got to talk about the car you drive today. Why? Because you bought it wrong. You let them sweat you for 5 hours, treating you like a duck and a sheep. You lost 5,000 up to 9 inquiries. You don't buy a car that way. You buy it through the tax ID, fleet price tax ID division. All right, and what happens is you don't show up on personal reports. No gap insurance. It's a corporate car, and you're learning to be a certified CFO. Ultimate goal. So let's understand, lose a house or a car, creditor gives it back to the IRS as a 1099-C. So now not only you have a creditor problem, you have an IRS problem. You got to plan that problem. It's like in a bumpity bumping, and basically with insurance companies and attorneys. Registered owner should be a division, so they get diddly squat when they try to sue you and screw you up. Again, it's a choice today. So remember, Lamborghini, registered owner, division, please. Each property you obtain, please put them in divisions. You don't know who's going to slip, fall, and sue you and kind of screw you up. Your house payment should offset your personal taxes. Amazon didn't pay tax on the first 10 billion of the double trillion they're worth today too. But again, they know how to play the game, and that's what you need to listen and learn too. Ultimate goal, there's no loophole, and they're doing exactly what they're allowed to do. You use Twitter, you bought it within 2 hours, all right, with a line of credit. And now he's twiddly-dee and twiddly-dum. He has a spaceship, so the other 2 guys. So you could win the battle and join the club too, and pay attention. Carl here does not pay tax on his corporation, state or federal, because his line of credit is more than he brings in into the billion. Walt Disney didn't pay tax on $1 billion because they wrote an IOU to themselves, because borrowed money is not taxable. Run your life through a corporation or in conjunction. Simple from there. What do we get to do? Pay tax by a Lamborghini. I'm just very simple. Your paycheck is what? Taxable income. When you get the leftover, you're paying the car payment, gas, registration, insurance. Why don't you say no and start driving a company car like I do? Why don't you get an SS4 today? Go to irs.gov. It's public record. It'll show you, and it'll say banking and credit purposes, that you never had to be a duck in the first place, Ray's rules. But again, you got to pay attention too. So there's mama. She delivered a baby at the hospital, goes home, had to sign the SSN with 2 hours, ever since Nixon took the gold standard out. So today, it's like rules to me are in everything I do. Buy a house, escrow, close, homestead. You have a house not in a trust, sorry, I'm going to say it's stupid. When they sue you, they screw you, take it away. When you die, it's stuck into probate. Your family got dilly squat. When you fix up a property, you hire the contractor that hires the subcontractor standing outside Home Depot. And what happens when they slip and fall and sue you and screw you up? They take everything you got. My way, they get diddly squat. Plan the problem. Please look at your revocable trust. That's step 19, 6 more to go. I get people every day, Ray, I don't want to pay tax. I tell them, knock off the crap. You got to play with the IRS's rules. Because guess what? Wesley Snipes tried not to. He went to prison for 3 years and basically got fined $5 million. You got a choice to play the game. If you try doing it the wrong way, you want to go back to irs.gov, download a form called 656 floor 33 A and B. Get your act together, get your butt back in the system. Step 20, become OPM, please. Up to $1 million of credit, supply and vendor. No bills due up to 90 days. And the bottom line is you save up to 70%. When you leverage money of 200,000 into 15 million, and then you write down borrow money is not taxable, line of defense. That's step 21 called blackjack. So as we play today, let's understand. There's my life. The Ray Reynolds University set up in 2009. I got to die. I lost everything. They stole it all from me again. What happens is I'm going to go home and go boo-hoo-hoo. I don't think so. All right. So the bottom line is I'm going to take out my blueprint, what I did, see it, believe it, go get it. I'm going to take my closet divisions and that up to $53 million of credit that's ready to go, organized, ready to go every time. So there's no reason you ever have to bring the pain home in the first place if you use my system. Step 22, 1,000 steps to millionaire, become a certified CFO. From there, if you want one of those private blueprinting calls, you need some extra attention and have me do a cheat sheet for you, let me know. Ultimate goal, that's more hand-holding as well. From there, they all got the hand-holding dream. Every one of them did. They did it all the time too. So again, if you want one, all right, and you want to understand how to get to the millionaire just versus 125,000, that's easy. So that call today is going to run you $249. It is doing a blueprint with you on the phone. Bottom line, it is a Zell. All right, so again, don't ever forget my classes. I'm online 6 days a week live, 45 years in person or online. So don't forget next weekend, 26, 27, 28, my last and final boot camp ever. Office is selling for $3,000. I'm giving it away for $1,000 if it's Zell during a class. And you get the 18 books and CDs for free if you're not obtained it before too. And the bottom line is my last and final one. It literally, if you want to get into the certificate program, after you're done through level 1, 2, and specialty classes and boot camp, and I get you past that Q&A test, I'm going to certify you as a CFO and make you an affiliate of my network too. Ultimate goal. If you want to extend your video conference and start joining one, it's $3,000. So it's basically pretty simple. It's $1,000 a month. And that's simple to be broken down on a weekly basis too. So keep in mind today, I want you to start looking in the mirror. I want you to think about the repossession list, all right, the divorce list, the probate list, the things you're allowed to do. I want you to go get that $10 million dream and have no excuses. But what I said is, again, it's as long as I say all the time. The problem is you. Please don't think and just do. From there, you got expo, franchise, even hedge funds. So many ways you can bring in millions of dollars. That's why you need Roundtable. Again, Roundtable's hands-on projects, daisy chaining, funding, subdivisions, and all workshops the rest of the year. But it is $9,000 for the Roundtable. Very simple. From there, it's Ray Reynolds recipient, ray@rayscredit.com. Corporation's a legal person entitled to cash credits or the divisions. If I do the tax ID, I guarantee I'll set up the credit reports. 9 divisions is up to $1 million. 41 is up to $5 million. Goal, tax ID, 2,000 of history, building corporate umbrella, office sales for $1,000 each. I give them away for $499. Today, you can get 9 divisions for $999, like $100 a piece, or 18 for $16.99. What are you willing to lose? Family, no. Corp, no. Division? If we play chess today, the way I designed it, we're losing pieces both sides. We know that'll happen to both of us too. But if you do this my way, you're going to get basically your cake and eat it too. There's step 23 today. Reaching the dream, think to be the impossible. All right, always understand the impossible. I've done it all my life. So we can actually become millionaire through the corporate structure and divisions, as long as you do what you're told to do, and I train you to be a CFO. Ultimate goal. I like making millionaire corporations. All right, would you like to be next? Let me know. Let me add you to my credit system. What happens next is we're going to show you how to get the American dream. We're going to analyze your credit. We're going to tell you exactly in a blueprint what you need to do. And I'll do most of the work for you anyway. So you never have joint credit. You buy house, escrow, close, homestead, trust. Again, why people buy corporations and never learn anything. I'll never understand why they spend thousands when they're free. A corporation needs divisions for real estate, franchise, current business, line of defense. So the ultimate goal is raise rules, trying to give bonus cash credit to most products to take away excuses. There's no excuses now, step 24. From there, that's 750 waiting for you. All you gotta do is let me analyze you and add history. If you allow me to do that and repackage you and rebuild you, rapid rescore, you'll have a 750 score. You just have to go to class on Saturday as many times as you can. From there, it's normally $9.99 to give you 1,000 card back. Today, I'm discounting to $4.99 half price and giving you a $500 card. That way you can reimburse yourself. Starter package, credit rebuilding, rapid score. All right, articles also is tax ID free if you don't have them already. 90 days of workshops, level 1 in setup. Saturday and Wednesday night, 10 o'clock in the morning, Pacific Standard Time every week for 90 days. 5,000 of credit back to you. That means you get 5 times your investment back. From there, you got to realize that's basically a broadcast price through me, and I'm your coach for 90 days. Here's a million in the making. Normally 5,000 discounted to $24.99, giving you basically 10 times your money back. That's 25,000 of cash credit. It's only good during the webinar, and you have to do that now through Zelle. Ray Reynolds recipient, ray@racecredit.com. The goal is to have a corporation with divisions, so we never back ourselves in a corner. We don't bring the pain home, and we have a way to keep starting again and again if we had to too. Keep in mind, number 1, never bring the pain home, so stop doing that. Number 2, become a certified CFO. Number 3, reprogram your brain to millionaire status. Looking behind the curtain, we do our best. All right, very simple. Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. Keep in mind that's the ultimate goal. So today, what I offered should be Zelle, or call 800-510-3338. Tell me on a webinar, and I said you could use the same price. That we don't give it to a sales team. But again, there's step basically 25 today. The ultimate goal is going to be up to you. So today, do yourself a favor. Follow through. Make sure you're in the class with me on Wednesday and Saturday too. We do our best. God does the rest. Amen to that too. And we never forget at the end of the day, God loves us all.